Oh my heart.
Like,
Oh my little heart.
I'm moving our stream category. Yeah, we're not doing Phasmo Fun anymore. That sucked.
Phasmo, fuck!
More of a Phasmo fuck. Yeah, that was terrible.
Oh god. I don't even know if I could get horny under those conditions, and that's saying something.
I am begging you to remember that this is going to be pasted on YouTube.
Hi YouTube, I'm not sure if I could get horny in those conditions, but I can certainly try next time. You know, for you guys. Okay, it's Sugar's greatest fans. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'll see what I can do for y'all.
Oh my god.
I haven't really drunk
Silly
enough.
times. I'm gonna switch us to...
Oh my.
Do you want to do, like, Fighter Z?
What else we got?
What else than Fighter Z? We're just gonna have a nice little in-between phase for a little bit, because good lord, I'm okay having an in-between for the...
chatting!
We're just chatting for the moment.
That was, like, when it was at AXO and we were in that small little house a couple times, it was fun and goofy. The campsite was scarier, but I think the scariest part was we had to be alone for it, right? And
Yeah, no,
we weren't
easy.
Like, and then that farmhouse was very, like, open.
Yeah, like, it was open and, like... It was open and there was a lot of nothing, which wasn't very fun. That was, like, legitimately, like...
wide as well. So
very
you
wide.
see from one side.
Very wide, very, like, creaky. Like, I didn't like the cabin, and I didn't like the, like, I mean... Like, you may have thought I was joking and just pussying out, but, like, genuinely, like, I was getting, like, supremely stressed out by the
I could tell, yeah.
outside one.
Yeah, like, I could tell.
That one was stressing me out very badly.
And when you're genuinely getting stressed, that is, like, I would love to play that. Is, like, we have 4 screens in front of us, and with, like, 4 of us curled up on a couch. That I would like.
Oh my god, that, like, was legitimately stressful. I did not appreciate it. Like, I mean, yeah, part of the reason you're like, I can tell you're doing clips, you're just goofing around making clips. It's like, yeah, because that's the only thing keeping me from, like, freaking out and not being able to do anything. Like, that would have been a super, super bad time for me.
I knew when you were doing it, and the only reason I was teasing you on it is because I knew that's why you were doing it, and I wasn't just like, oh, streamer, oh, getting mad. No, I was like, I wasn't forcing you to stop, I was just teasing you, because that way it's like, coping mechanism, engaged, and not, like, what's the word for it, like, I wasn't trying to...
You weren't trying to bully, you were just like making jokes, you were japing.
I was trying to acknowledge in a light-hearted, goofy way, in a way that makes you go... acknowledge the silliness of it, and then hopefully calm down and get a good laugh.
Yeah, I'm just really quick, I'm just like updating on Twitter. It's like, we stopped Phasmophobia, figuring out other games because that's too stressful, lol.
Oh my god. Oh, gee.
Like, I need to, like, set up a... That's, like, legitimately, I'm amazed, like, how stressful that was.
Yeah, for, like, marketplace Unity assets as well. Like, the tension in that shit is real.
It's the audio, 100%. Like, the audio quality, the sound design in that game is like really, really good. It's just also really, really stressful.
Yeah, it clapped me right the way back to when I first started doing Lethal. But before we found out about like mods and like big things, we just had like 3-4 people. And when you're alone, you're just alone. Oh my god. That was
Oh my.
That's so fun.
I'm just like, I've got my lo-fi and I'm just like, that's stressful. That is insanely stressful. I'm flabbergasted at like how actually stressful that was.
Yeah, like really, really impressive.
Like, on one hand, it goes to show, right, that like you can like design these games to be really stressful if you know what you're doing. Phasmo made us.
Really well crafted, really well crafted experience. It doesn't have to be what AAA companies think all the time. Like, we need to get everything looking incredible.
I apparently have an overlay with. Hold on, sorry, my Streamlabs, it's showing when I talk. Apparently. Oh, no, never mind. I hovered my Twitch thing in it. Oh. Okay. I supposedly have channel currency now. Shooting stars. I think you have to click on the stream to do that. Do you see it? Like, it's like, if you hover the stream, there should be a little thing with your icon. Or are you on mobile?
Wait.
On it. I don't know if it works on mobile.
Streamlabs?
Yeah, through Streamlabs
your
it should
icon.
be. Oh, is it my icon? I don't know.
Access diagram.
Pick a card, scratchers, and redeem shooting stars.
In order to take advantage of this extension, you need everyone has access to know who you are.
I don't know. I was trying to set it up to be. It's apparently safe. People on Twitch use it all the time.
I granted it.
Okay, cool. So like it should. It's like it's stuff like where it's like you can redeem points like for one of them it's like join game or choose my character, choose next song for Project Diva or like ask questions like 50 shooting stars is the idea. Like these are your shooting stars. You can earn more over time by watching the broadcast and can also win more through mini games. It's like the idea anyways. Whether or not it actually works is like, you know, super debatable, but
I mean, I just won someone like a scratcher thing.
Yippee!
That's sweet. And some. Yeah, these are cool.
Yeah. I can probably add more.
Song, try game, choose my character, ask a question.
Like, cause like the idea is like the join game is like join game, choose my character. Choose my character could reach for more of them. I was thinking more so for League of Legends when I do streams of League of Legends, because the idea being that when you're in between games or whatever, it's just like 2,000 to get enough for that it would take a while presumably, right? So it's like you redeem an amount and it's like you have to play like champion that I have unlocked. Obviously it's like you pay and you're like, okay, I want you to play let's say Zeri, and then I just have to like fuck it wee ball and like figure out very quickly how I want to build her and do her or whatever because you've redeemed it.
I like that.
I have the Project Diva one much lower just because like that one's not too hard. I feel like if I end up allowing like tipping or something like that, I would probably like the way I would do it would be like the way I would do something like that is that I would probably have it set up so it's like like if you wanted to redeem like the song and then what difficulty, like do that as a tip. And I feel like or if I did tipping at all, it's just like, oh, you can choose the difficulty, you can, or in like League of Legends you can choose what rune page I have to use or something like that, you know.
Oh yeah.
But I would make
the curse.
I would make it like a higher effort reward sort of thing. It's like you need to like put more in to control aspects that might make the game not fun for me, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I need something more than look, channel points which are free TM. So you know, it's just like one of
I'm
those.
losing all of mine gambling.
You're like, I don't care what I can redeem these for. I'm doing scratchers.
I'm doing pick a card, and I just went from 22 to 1. This is my final one. I got 2 wrecks in a row. What do I get? 2 times. I got 2 tokens. Yeah, gamble it. Gotta do dope with that. Gotta do another one. I'm gonna get one. My 2 gonna turn into. Fuck.
You're the gambling king.
Gambling king. I've got nothing left.
Gambling
I'm
peasant.
The gambling pauper. The gambling wretch.
Looks at all my games.
Many.
Multiplayer games, like honestly, I'm also good to just have you just vibing on call with me. I'm good with that too.
Yes.
Like if we don't want to actually like play a game.
I had the idea of if you want to do the league pick things, I can pick your champions out for league.
I don't want to do league right this moment.
I love that expression you made as soon as I said that.
What expression? Clip it. I want to see. What expression did I make?
Okay.
Like.
It was so perfect because I said it, then I tabbed to your stream, then you made it.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, part of it is like I know you, and like you're a good friend of mine. I love you very much. You'll fuck with me. You'll do it. You'll mess with me.
I won't pick you things that you can't play. Like I'm not gonna say like, oh, go full Lady Ornn.
Yeah, please don't do that to me, Jesus.
Like, I would say something like, instead of like, I'd say like Xerath instead of Lux or something like that. Or like, oh, try out this other ADC, or like other things like that. Also, here you go. Here was the expression.
Oh boy. I built my blanket pulled to my stomach because my crop top is making me cold. And it's just this expression of I do not like it. I love that my like lipstick has disappeared. It got eaten away. I have a lipstick.
The stressful lip biting of
Pretty much,
Phasmophobia.
probably. Really quick makeup stream, guys. I'm gonna put my makeup back on.
Oh yeah.
Yas, queen! It's not that interesting when I put on makeup though, is what's funny about it, because it's like, the way I put it on, like, literally to demonstrate, I could turn on my virtual camera so you could actually better see it, I'm realizing.
It's like a few second delay, it's fine.
No, I'm just saying, like, you could actually see what the hell I'm doing. Well, you can kind of see it.
No,
Oh, butthole
yeah,
lip.
see it on the stream.
Butthole lip. I got that from Sophia Nygaard, I think her name is pronounced as.
Oh, my sister watches her.
When she does makeup, so you can see the inner of the lip, how it's a different color. That's what she is referring to.
Got it.
Yeah.
My sister showed me like 4 different Sophia Nygaard videos.
It depends
All of
which
them
ones.
They weren't makeup ones. They were just like other kind of like day-to-day vlogs.
Yeah, I'm not a vlog
Things
person.
like that. And it was just like, I just watched. It's like, she's absolutely fine, completely inoffensive, completely chill, likable, cool. You do you. Where's the what am I looking at?
Yeah.
I just didn't have fun.
Yeah, I would say generally I'm not a vlog person. That's not my vibe. People do like it. People like vlogs, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Not for me though. I'm just very much like I would watch her themed videos where she's like, we're gonna melt 500 lipsticks together or something, and then it's funny, it's
Oh,
science.
yeah, no, those
Like, I
as
like
well,
watching
like,
those.
A couple of vlogs and a couple of those.
Like, I like watching where she's like doing something. I don't really care about like, oh, I'm going to go walk to Starbucks today and get a coffee. I don't care. Like, some people, that's their thing. I think what attracts people to that, right? What I think it is not so much like even like a parasocial thing. I think it's like, what do they call it? Like, not parasocial. That's not what it is.
Like, oh, that thing like with ASMR where it's like, oh, it's like I'm eating this meal with a friend.
Yeah, kinda. I feel like it's just like
Yeah.
you're not like going necessarily like full parasocial. It's just like you wanna vibe. You just want to. It's like
you don't want to feel
like
alone.
yeah, kind of like almost like you know how people will turn on podcasts and stuff. So it's like specifically they'll turn on podcasts which just people like which what really comes to mind is like the McElroy brothers. I may be butchering their last name. Sorry guys. But like, you know how they pick a topic and they go. And they're just like yip 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 yip, and they just yip yap yip yap yip yip yip, and you're just like sitting there. It's like sitting in like a coffee shop or something, and you're listening to the people at the table. You're not saying anything. You're just sitting there. You're like, I'm just drinking my coffee. I'm having a great time, and it's just like in the background, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And like, I feel like for a lot of people, that's like what they sort of like do vlogs for, or like that's what attracts them to vlogs, because then it's just like, well, today I'm getting this, and it's like, you know, I thought it'd be interesting to do blah 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 blah, because it sounds less like for lack of a better term, it's like less of a staged video, it feels like, or a staged audio, and it feels
more
like
natural.
It's more natural, and it's almost kind of like, you know how like it's fun sometimes like when you're on a Discord call with someone and they're just like, you're coming with me, or whatever. It's like, I'm getting McDonald's, you're coming with me, or whatever. I mean, you get it, right? You get the vibes.
Yeah. Like,
I need to fill water in those roses.
But
I'm not doing it right now. I'm not gonna do it right now because that's an after stream project. Marshall got me those. They were his comfort. She got, sorry, not she. They got the roses. I was thinking she because my mother, like, they got roses for me and for my mother for Roxy, like the night before, which is really nice. And my mom, she appreciated them so much. Yeah. Which is really nice. Which, if Marshall is watching the VOD, thank you again.
Can I just like say a thing about you and Marsh?
Yeah, go for it.
On my mind for a bit.
Go for it.
Something I really need to say.
Go for it.
So,
keep in mind, this is going on YouTube. Be mindful. Well,
now, I gotta be fully honest. Ever since
Be mindful.
and Marsh, I have noticed you not just fully come out of the rut and shell you were in. I've seen you become more of yourself, both personality and as a person-wise, and fashion-wise, and your self-expression. I've seen you really explode into yourself since then.
It's the confidence of, like, part of it is definitely, in meeting Marshall and stuff and hanging out and everything, I actually go out now. I didn't go out before.
Yeah.
Like, I went out occasionally with, like, Rachel and, like, other friends, but not very much. Like, I didn't even, like...
But you have a close, like, in-person social circle now.
Yeah, which is crazy, because, like, I mean, I had a social circle in high school, but, like, we didn't go out much.
It's high school.
Well, and part of it is just, like, the immediate social circle that I was actually really close with, That was Rachel, and then that was like that friend group with Rachel, but most of the friends there, those were Rachel's friends, you know? It's like, like, the people I made friends with, like, I enjoyed them and I liked having friends, but it's like, I'm too introverted to be like, let's go hang out today, guys, let's do it, or whatever. Like, I fake being extroverted just enough to, like, need whatever I need to do in class. And, like, in college, like, I tried to be more social, and, like, I would hang out in the student lounge and stuff, but, like, and then COVID hit, like, because I started college in 2019. And then 2020.
God, the fucking time, eh?
Yeah, I have to do paperwork to get my shit swapped over, so I can, because I swapped my major over, which was a mistake. So I need to swap it back, and then once I swap it back, I think I only have like a couple more classes I have to do to like be able to graduate. And it's like, do not get me wrong, I enjoy campus, I enjoy the campus activities. I enjoy my creative writing club so much. But the problem is, it's like the actual stress of like class. Wow, I have a lot of dead pixels in my camera.
Couple.
Just like, I'm like, is that dust on my screen? Me realizing, no, those are dead pixels.
It happened.
It's an older video camera, so fair enough. It's an Elgato, which I don't know if those are high quality or not.
That's a name from the past, blast from the past kind of thing.
So they're bad, is what you're saying?
No, they're classic.
Meaning?
Yeah, I mean, they do their job.
They do their job. Well, I mean, at least it's not like a complete glitch mess. I guess there's that.
Used to be the only option back in the day.
This is true. But yeah, so like, college, it's like, I enjoy creative writing so much. I am so glad that I have it as an outlet for things now, because, I mean, you saw me. You saw what happened. You've seen the OCs I make. You've seen the content I write.
I very much have. I've seen your body pillow.
I still have him. I still have him somewhere. I have him folded away to be clean.
His demise.
He wouldn't be. It wouldn't be a demise. DJ has very firmly told me, like, hey, if you ever decide you don't want him, you need to mail him to me.
That was like 40-50 bucks or something insane with pillow.
It was more than that. Because he commissioned.
Oh, it was like 70, wasn't it?
It was like 70, I believe. Because well, part of it was like, but he actually commissioned the model. And what was really funny about it, because he had hinted at it to me prior and stuff. And, like, we had been talking, like, something body pillow. It's like, oh, if you ever got the chance to get a body pillow, who would you want? So on and so forth. And, like, at the time, obviously, I was in the middle of my Borderlands phase, which, for the uninitiated, that went for about 2 years. So 2019...
Oh, it was 3.
Was it 3? I would say...
Easily 3.
No, I would say around the end of 21, it pretty much died. Like... Yeah,
end of 21, but I remember stuff in 2018. I'll go back. No. You keep.
Like, I would go in and out, but, like, I didn't really get in to, fucking Borderlands... like 2019, because it was the end of high school, or like, sorry, it was the beginning of my college era when I got into Borderlands, and I started college in 2019, spring 2019.
It felt longer.
Yeah, it probably did, because the height of it happened during COVID, which is probably why it felt longer, because COVID felt like 5 years. So like 2019.
We did play a lot.
2020, and it's funny because that COVID is also where I really started kickstarting on League, but I wasn't unhinged into League. Like, compared to Borderlands.
Yeah, they feel so distant.
Yeah, right?
Almost. Like, it feels like
Um,
Borderlands happened for a few years, then League has been happening.
Like, League happened in the background, so, like, when I would reach burnout on Borderlands, I would suddenly go into League for a bit, and then I'd go back into Borderlands, and that was part of the problem, because I was violently ping-ponging. But yeah, so the Borderlands era, which was, like, 2 years, so about 2 years of it, because I went 2019, 2020, then 21, and through 21, I managed to get out of it. I don't know what it was that, like, I think I just played too much of 3 and it made me angry.
Yeah, so what happened was we had 3, and we hated this. We didn't have fun playing the story.
Like,
So all 3 of us were playing the DLC, and then you and Dakota went through the main campaign, and I just wasn't interested. No, I didn't go through the main campaign with you because my fucking PC exploded.
oh yeah, because Rose! So that was the other funny thing. I remember because, during Guns, Loves, and Tentacles, I remember specifically, you acquired a gun. And that was when I was still on the little laptop, the Asus laptop, which I have somewhere.
Oh, trust, yeah, that gun is what probably also exploded my PC, as well as playing the character in the giant fucking mech and giving her all the rapid fire explosions.
You gave her, like, because
built her to tank PCs.
So again, for the uninitiated, Borderlands 3 on launch was borderline unplayable. You had to have pretty good specs, and even if you had good specs, it would destroy your shit. Case in point.
We were playing on trashers.
We were playing on trashers. I was playing on a computer that I had since I was 16 at the time. So I had that thing for at least 4 years, or sorry. No, sorry, no, because, hold on, 2019, I would have been 18.
I was 27.
So, 2-3-year-old laptop. But keep in mind, the other thing is, like, oh, 2-3-year-old laptop, that's not that bad. I didn't understand computer safety.
Oh, yeah.
I had that bitch on 24/7 on a plug 24/7. That thing was constantly on its charger, constantly on. I never turned that thing fucking off. I just opened it, did my games for the bit, and then I was like, well, I'm done for tonight, and closed it. I didn't turn it off, I closed it. And I think, like, near the tail end of the Borderlands era, I believe I was playing a League game.
Yes, you were. You played that, and then the battery died, and you were so mad.
No, because...
Were we already in a call?
No. What was... No, I remember very specifically what was happening. I was playing ARAM. I think we were playing it as a group. I can't remember if we were a group or not. But we were playing ARAM. I was playing Renekton. I had never played Renekton before.
Yes, it was Renekton.
I decided to ult, and upon ulting and growing big as Renekton, my shit blue screen of death. And everyone could hear me on the call. I could vaguely hear the call. It was delayed for me. And I'm going, oh my god, my computer. Guys, my computer. Help. It's crashed. And then my call cuts and I'm blue screen of death. I don't know what to do. My computer restarts itself. The League client is gone. And I'm like, guys, help, it stopped, I don't know what happened. And you're like, just get back in the game. If you get back quick enough, you won't get hit with, like, a timeout or anything. So I'm trying to get back in. I get back into the game. I'm still as Renekton. I'm like, sorry, my shit crashed. And I go back to playing. I try to ult again, not connecting the problem. It crashes.
Oh.
And I was just assuming that Renekton ult was killing my computer for whatever reason. And, like, yes, it was, because the thing that was crashing it was every time I ulted, it crashed, and I wasn't able to ult as Renekton on that computer. I feel like also pertinent information, near the tail end of using that computer, I finally switched to Firefox, but for the majority of my time on that computer, I was using Chrome.
Yeah. So I've actually been having issues with Firefox myself, because like whenever I have a YouTube video up, the CPU, like when it's on the screen, like Twitch right now. Okay, so yeah, right now, while I just have your stream visually open, it's at about 54% CPU usage. 55, 57, 50, 51. It's pinging around, and apparently this is just a thing Firefox does sometimes.
I've never had that problem. That's
yeah,
weird.
Yeah, it does that with YouTube and Twitch streams. But if I tab out, like I'm tabbed on Discord right now.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my CPU usage, 23, 24, 23, 19, 18, like it goes down.
Yeah.
Which is really weird. So I can, if it's tabbed out, it runs great. If I'm tabbed in, woo of the fans.
I mean, I know that you've been having problems with your computer for a while though, as well, so that might be part of it. I couldn't tell you though.
I know I need a new CPU and GPU. My motherboard's good. I probably need to upgrade RAM because I've got two 8GB sticks.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think on mine, like, I would have to check.
You've got 32 gig, don't you?
More.
You've got two 16GB sticks, I remember you mentioning.
It's much more than that. It's. How do I check my storage?
Okay, so what you need to do is you go to the Cortana search, you type run, you get run up, right?
Run, okay. Open it. What do I use to check my storage?
Run?
I have run up.
So type in DXDIAG. DXDIAG.
DIAG.
Yep, and then click OK.
To check my connected to the internet, but doesn't send. Okay.
You should see DirectX diagnostic tool pop up.
Yes.
It'll take a moment.
Yes.
So what does it say on your memory RAM? What's the first two numbers?
16?
So you have 16 gig of RAM.
It says no, it says 16384 MB RAM.
You have just as much RAM as I do, so you have two 8GB sticks of RAM.
Huh. And then
I thought you had 32.
I don't know. I do.
Maybe one of them isn't plugged in fully? That'd be really funny this entire time one of your sticks just hasn't been plugged in properly.
It's entirely possible. I mean, I don't well, like for example, one of my buddies, he's like hitting me up today, right? He's like, "Hey, cuz he knows vaguely that I have a nice computer, right? Like he knows vaguely. And
yeah.
Cuz I feel like it's a little obvious cuz I guess like if you're streaming, presumably you have a decent setup is the assumption.
Yeah, especially if you're streaming like a lot of games.
Yeah, I guess. So he hits me up. He's like, "Hey, do you know PC stuff? I need help." And I'm like, I'm like dog shit at it. I don't know. I don't know. And so I actually
This PC wasn't put together. This PC was won.
Yeah, it's like Judy won this for me. So I don't know. Like this is not a thing I know. So I'm like, you might want to reach out to Gumi or to Judy, and like I sent screenshots of your like little profile things, like these are the people you want to contact because I don't know. And then you were online, Judy wasn't at the time. Judy's online now, I'm assuming she's like vibing. And I'm like,
did I block this person or just ignore them?
I don't think he hit you up. I don't think he's hit anyone up for it. I was like, you'll have better luck asking either of these two about it, though granted, I believe Judy is still dead asleep, because Judy, like, her sleep schedule is fucked. I don't blame her.
Yeah.
She doesn't really have anything else to do, so like it can be as fucked as she
Same.
wants. So my buddy, he's like, ah, damn, I got my PC today. And I'm like, yeah, Judy's my in-house tech support. Like, if I'm streaming something, it starts exploding. Judy breaks down my door and is like, I will fix it for you, you know? So,
Fix. I mean, I was about to say that's just her class abilities.
yeah. Judy's just like, boom! Give me your computer, I will fix it, cause I'm stupid. And so he is sending me pictures of his, like, what's going on with his PC setup, and it's like, it looks right to me, but I guess it's wrong. I have no clue. It's like, I super cannot help you. I know nothing about physical PC stuff. It's like, I press the button, it turns on. You shouldn't tug certain wires because it'll break things. You have to be careful what USB port you put things in because sometimes it won't work. Like, that is the extent of my knowledge. I know nothing. It's like, I don't, it's not something I know. I don't understand it. I don't. And he's like, okay, got you. And I'm like, alright. And like, I just haven't heard anything since. I don't know if he's found someone else to help him with it. Or, like, I have no clue. I genuinely don't. He might have hit someone else up. He may have gone on YouTube and been like, hey, does anyone know such and such wires or something? No clue. Again, I don't know. I don't.
I'm just sending you some help. Copy link.
Copy link, question mark, copy link.
These are, just send these to people. Oh, don't open our pin messages on stream.
I don't record Discord.
Okay, good. Because I forgot what the third thing on that thing is.
Is it Plexi? Is it Plexi?
Yeah, it's Plexi. It's genuinely impressive.
It is impressive. It is also just unfortunate. It is.
Yeah.
I do think it's very funny that that's one of the first things that you and I ever sent each other. It's funny.
Yeah. It really is. We're weird people.
We are weird people. It's funny though.
February 24th, 2017. And our messages were at 2:30 AM my time. And then 2-3 weeks later I was asking to hop on your Terraria with you.
Woohoo!
You know that trade I sent you? You didn't accept it.
What trade? What trade?
I have no fucking clue. This was in 2017. This was 7 years ago.
I'm going to assume. Oh, do you know what? I think it's the trade that made me finally have to get Steam Mobile because
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that you had to do that.
Yeah. Oh my fucking god. Do you want to play some TF2 in Chavez, Slovakia?
No.
That was the
time. My buddy's like, thanks, I appreciate. Fixed it now. I need a USB wireless Wi-Fi connector. Godspeed with that. I don't know how to help you. I don't know.
Yeah, no, they're on their own.
It's
no,
like
I'm enjoying my cider.
I don't understand how to help you. It's like I need USB hard drive something, and I'm like I don't know.
You want your hard drive to be USB?
I don't know.
Faster cables. You want fast cables?
I don't know.
I'd say get me in contact with them, but I'd be mean.
You're just like, hello, I've had a couple, my best friend is streaming, I heard you need help, and they're just gonna be,
Stinky!
You're like, hello, Stinky, or whatever. Like, it's just, hello, random person, my friend is streaming, so she cannot help you, or whatever. Mm.
God, you just reminded me. Oh my god, you never would have seen them. I have British thing to show you.
Right now?
You know, a good point. Basically, at the beginning of like every
Widow's
rental
Peak.
DVD I've ever seen, it's like you'd see it. The thing is, all these rental DVDs were just ones in my grandparents' house and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, by buying or renting from your local store, you're supporting your local businesses. And then the giant words "thank you" would fall behind this like little blank character, and you just hear "thank you."
Okay.
It's something
no
that stuck in my
clue.
head. A British thing.
I'm assuming so. Which, by the way, it's so insane to me. So, like, it's like, I genuinely don't know how I got, like, they just went, like, British, and I'm like, huh? Context.
Yeah.
Context. I was talking in a YouTuber server that I quite enjoy. Is it rude to name drop other YouTubers? I don't. Well, no, I've already done it in previous
you're
streams.
Saying you enjoy them.
I
enjoy them. You're a fan.
That's true. That's true. I've already like talked about it previously. So I was in Jake Neutron's server. I was in one of the main chats, and I was talking. I was like, "Oh, hey everyone, how's your weekend been?" Blah 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 blah. And just talk, because it's friendly. It's a pretty chill community in there. It's nice. So I'm talking, and I was talking, and it's like, oh, like, here's some information about my weekend, like, to encourage people to, like, talk back and respond, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I went to the beach this weekend, with a friend, and then when it got, like, super late, we didn't want to send them home, so, he, like, stayed over at my place for a sleepover, because Remy uses all pronouns.
Yeah.
And so it's like, they stayed over for the night, and it's like, somehow I managed to escape being sunburnt because I'm pale as fucking paper.
Yeah, I'm impressed you didn't get sunburned.
It's because, like, I was pleasantly surprised, actually, even still, because, so for me, every time I took, because, like, what I would do is, like, the way I was doing it is that, like, I would go in the waves, I was in this ocean, not so much, like, that I was swimming, but more so I would, because there's layers of the beach, it's like, you got sand, and then you got the rock layer, which pokes your feet and it hurts, and then there's more sand. And then, so I would go past the rock layer, so I could still stand comfortably, but I would be sitting there like this in the water, and, I believe Remy actually has footage of me, I might actually have to request that from Remy, of me just sort of splashing around, just like, because my method was to like be like a penguin and splash on the thing.
I mean, that's more swimming technique than I've got.
So, but like that was the way I did it, and like, so what I would do is like I would just kind of like float along the waves, or sort of like tread water on the waves, and then every now and then I would let the waves push me out, and it was fun to tumble in the waves and like kind of get swept away by them, and then I would move my way back to making sure I didn't get too far away from our stuff.
Yeah, of course.
And every time I took a break from that, like whether to drink water, or, well, it was more so I was drinking tea because I got green tea for it, because I don't really like plain water very much. But whenever I was hydrating, or
don't like water.
Well, so
But fair enough.
it's situational for me. Like, I'll drink plain water, but it's gotta be in a certain situation, or I won't enjoy it, you know? I enjoy it, like, if I'm working out, which, haha, I have to work out tomorrow, and more this week.
God,
I have to get back in my
genuinely jealous that
schedule.
you get to work out, because, like, it's really hard for me to do at home, because space and actual, like, everything with that.
Yeah.
And the nearest gym, like, I went there as a, like, young teen. Did not make a great name for myself, because I had no idea what I was doing. I wasn't helped, and What did you just say?
I broke something in the background. Don't even worry about it.
What was I saying?
Did I distract you? Sorry.
Yeah, no, basically, it's not a good place, and when they were doing like bring your young teen in who doesn't know anything about gym and we'll teach them. When I wasn't taught then, when I was just told, yeah, just go at the things, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I just wasn't taught how to do anything. Wasn't even taught what a single word was. Just, yeah, go on. There's no chance I'm going there.
Yeah.
Not great things in my town. So I'm genuinely jealous you've got a good one.
I mean, it's decent. It does what I need it to do. But yeah, it's a decent gym. And like my mom and I go, because it's kind of like. But so we stopped doing it a little bit when Roxy got really sick because. Yeah. Or well, it was less that she was really sick and more so that she was on the decline, because. Yeah, it's just not a great situation. Just wasn't good.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
It is. Always here for you.
But so we didn't go for a while, and my mom, like, literally today, she was like, Kate, we need to go back to the gym. And it's like, yeah, fair enough, because we are paying for the membership and stuff, and we just haven't been going. The membership's not that expensive, but still the fact that, you know, it's being paid for and we're not going is bad, you know?
Yeah.
And, I mean, I need to get back more, God, at the beach, yeah, I need to get back more in shape. Because we were only there a couple hours. I was so wiped out from a couple hours. We were not there all day. I think we were there for like 2-3 hours, and like, my back still hurts. So, yep, need to do some. The way we do it, right, is that, typically, Monday, Wednesday is leg day. So we'll do treadmills, we'll do the bikes, so on and so forth. And then Tuesday and sometimes Thursday, depends on who's doing it, we'll do a water aerobics class, which is arms. And it's pretty fun, except
strength training?
Not currently. I might start doing that on Thursdays, because the thing is, so the problem is, there's 2 different water aerobics instructors, and the water aerobics instructor on Thursday, I don't like her very much. I'm sure she's a lovely person. I'm sure she's lovely.
Yeah.
But you can really tell that she teaches a regular aerobics class and it hasn't connected for her yet. That water aerobics is a little different than actual aerobics, because for water aerobics, you need to keep in mind that people are moving in the water. They cannot move as fast. So she's like going, everyone do this, and then you do this, and you do that, and you do this, and you do that. And she's doing that the whole time. And it's like everyone in the water, with the weights that you're supposed to use, you have to go pretty slow. You have to be like this. So she's like going like this, and that, and this, and that. And the rest of us are like going, because you cannot go that fast without like risking hurting other people, hurting yourself. Like,
they're not trying to get you to be like match their speed. They're getting you to like motivate you to try to match their speed is the thing.
No, because we have the actual water aerobics instructor on Tuesdays, and she actually understands how, like, she does it at a reasonable speed. She doesn't go skip, 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 and she doesn't go yip, yap, yip, and going across, like, as fast as she can, because you can tell, again, the versus water aerobics instructor versus, like, actual, like, on land one, like, water versus on land is completely different playing field. We've been like basically just chatting for almost an hour. Just want to let you know.
Yeah.
Because I paused the recording in between, or I stopped it and then resumed it. So we're just gonna have
Oh.
we're gonna have a VOD where it's like just chatting in between sessions. So
Yeah, like we need to de-stress from Phasmo.
yeah, no, it's basically about 2 hours of Phasmophobia.
It was
Like it was slightly stressful with Axo, but Axo at least knew what they were doing, so it wasn't sitting there like, you know. But you know,
yeah, like it was really helpful having someone who knew it and someone I could hide behind.
like someone I could hide behind and someone who understands what's going on. Because again, like I mentioned it vaguely, but like part of the problem for me, anyways, is that I've been following patch notes, and that's it. I know like I know what's going on. I might as well put myself back in the in between so I can like, because like the virtual camera, while cute, lets you have an up close view. I'm just like, you can't really see the art because. So fun fact about the snip art. Like let's say, let me swap back to virtual camera real quick and just put the art. Because of the filter I have it on for the thingy. Keep lock. You can kind of see it on the stream. It's stuck like this, and if I remove the filter, it'll screw it up on the in-between screen. So it's permanently stuck like this, pretty much. It's like I can bop it around my screen, you know, I'm wiggling it around, and now it's on my face or whatever. But it's
You're the one behind the mask.
But yeah, it's just not worth having it like showing anywhere that isn't on the in between screen. And I do still have the old between screen just for like visibility sort of things, you know? But the old between is kind of for shit in comparison.
Yeah, this one's really nice.
Yep. I'm very grateful for Judy. Judy helped set it up because I didn't know what to do. I was like looking at pictures of New York and I couldn't get it to, because it turns out honestly, part of my problem, I think it would have helped me like immensely if I had actually pulled out my laptop and tried to work on it instead of trying to just use a mouse, because my laptop tablet thing, I could have used the little pencil tool or whatever, but I didn't want to do that because I was feeling lazy for whatever reason.
That's fair. Thing is, also, if you do anything in the New York skyline, a lot of those buildings and their images are copyrighted and stuff.
Oh yeah, no. I was trying to use it just to get like a vibe. Like I was just trying to block out, not exact shapes or an exact anything. I was just like, here's some buildings, I want to use this as my vibe, and I just wanted to block out like, there's a billboard here, there's a billboard there, and then I would edit it as I go to be something I liked. But I literally couldn't get it to block out in any way. It's like, these are my inspiration pictures, I have no fucking clue what to do, help. And like, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to use Blender to do it. The Blender attempt didn't go very well either.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Blender to do it. PC explodes.
It was more so I don't know how to work Blender.
That's bad. Have you done the donut? That's why I hear you have to do is like the basic starter thing.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, fair.
I don't understand much. I'll fully admit it, I'm kind of tech incompetent.
You skirt by on your looks and how often you get Manic Pixie Dream Girl.
Real fucking the current record, 2 days.
Yup. I honestly wish I got that more often. I also wish I had the looks as well, but you know.
No, you don't. No, you don't wish you got Manic Pixie Dream Girl. It's funny until you get someone sliding in your DMs being like, hey, I've never, you know, talked this much with a girl before. Like,
that's good point.
I can tell.
Yup.
Like, I wasn't expecting to relate so hard to Ramona Flowers when DJ finally showed me, because the anime, like, popped
Yeah.
up, and DJ's like, oh, before you even see it, you should watch the movie. And I was like, I've never seen the movie. And he's like, well, you're going to. So we did, and I'm sitting there like, oh, Ramona, run. Get out of there!
Yep.
Girl, don't. He's not worth it. Like,
Yep.
like, yeah, nerdy boys, whatever, fun, cute.
We ain't that great.
It's not so much that, it's like, you still need to have standards in the sense that, like, you need to be willing to, have boundaries.
Yeah.
And, like, if a
I'd
guy...
be able to enforce those boundaries.
Yeah. And I mean, part of, like, the gimmick, like, with Gideon is that, like, she literally can't have boundaries or say that she doesn't want to be with him or anything because he has a mind control trip or whatever. And it's like, I can't control myself around him, and, you know, and, like, that's kind of the part of it. And, like, I mean, granted, Scott Pilgrim is a refuge in audacity. And you are not supposed to, if you think Scott is the good guy...
The problem is, he's main character, isn't he?
He's... So the movie, it is shown from his point of view, it centers around him, whatever. But I mean, even, like, the actor, the director for it, everything, they're like, hey, he's not the good guy here. Just because he's the protagonist doesn't mean he's the good guy. If you're relating to him, you might want to check yourself, you know? It's like, he's not... Because, like, part of, like, one of the big things is, like, he's dating a high schooler when he's in his 20s. Like, I believe, hold on, let me check.
Yup.
Like, what's his age in the original one? Let me check this real quick.
Early mid-20s or something like that.
Like, let me...
As a 21-year-old, I can't even imagine, like, going on a date with a 19-year-old, at most.
Apparently it was a box office bomb. That's funny.
Good.
So, he is a 22-year-old... let me read the plot off of Wikipedia for you. Are you ready?
Yep.
In Toronto, 22-year-old Scott Pilgrim is the bass player for his unsuccessful indie garage band Sex Bomb Bomb. He is dating Knives Chow.
Bob-omb?
Bob,
Oh.
it's not bomb,
Yeah.
like, but it's the play is on,
Got it.
yeah, Sex Bob, he is dating Knives Chow, a 17-year-old high school student. Much to the disapproval of his friends in the band, his roommate Wallace Wells, and his younger sister Stacy Pilgrim. Scott meets an American Amazon delivery girl, Ramona Flowers, after first having seen her in a dream. He loses interest in Knives, but does not break up with her before pursuing Ramona. When Sex Bob-omb plays in a Battle of the Band sponsored by record executive Gideon Graves, Scott is attacked by Ramona's ex-boyfriend Matthew Patel. Scott defeats Patel and learns that, in order to date Ramona, he must defeat her remaining 6 evil exes. Scott finally breaks up with Knives, who blames Ramona and swears to win him back. Scott defeats the next 3 of Ramona's exes: Hollywood actor and skateboarder Lucas Lee, superpowered vegan Todd Ingram, and lesbian ninja Roxy Richter, while also confronting his own ex, pop star Envy Adams. However, Scott grows frustrated during the process, and after an outburst regarding Ramona's dating history, she breaks up with him. At the next battle of the band, Sex Bob-omb defeats Ramona's 5th and 6th evil exes, twins Kyle and Ken Katayanagi, earning Scott an extra life. Despite this, Ramona appears to get back with her 7th evil ex, Gideon. Sex Bob-omb accepts Gideon's record deal, except for Scott, who quits the band in protest. Gideon invites Scott to his venue, the Chaos Theater, where Sex Bob-omb is playing. Resolving to win Ramona back, Scott challenges Gideon to a fight for her affection, earning the Power of Love sword. Knives interrupts the battle, attacking Ramona, and Scott is forced to reveal that he cheated on both of them. Gideon kills Scott, and Ramona visits him in limbo to reveal that Gideon has implanted her with a mind control device. Scott uses his one-up
What the fuck is this trash?
Scott
This sucks! Nothing about this makes any of these characters likable. I've gone my entire life not knowing shit about this franchise. Not a damn thing other than, like, it's where Manic Pixie Dream Girl came from popularized, and it's like, oh, the main character's a piece of shit. Oh, people, and I've never once had someone who's got, like, that kind of stuff is their obsession or profile or anything like that. I never once had an interaction with one of them where it's gone positively. I've had plenty of interactions where people talk about it and think Scott's relatable, and I stay away because all I've heard is he's a fucking monster. And yeah!
I didn't finish! Let me finish!
Name a likable character. I ain't heard one yet.
Anyways, Scott uses his one-up to come back to life and re-enters the Chaos Theater. He makes peace with his friends and challenges Gideon again.
This sounds like the kind of movie you'd see from, like, Normal Boots or a Nostalgia Critic. This is a Channel Awesome direct-to-DVD.
This time for himself, gaining the Power of Self-Respect sword. After apologizing to Ramona and Knives for cheating on them and accepting his own faults, Scott joins forces with Knives and they defeat Gideon. Now, free from his control, Ramona prepares to leave. Knives accepts that her relationship with Scott is over, and, at her encouragement, he leaves with Ramona to try again.
I would rather watch To Boldly Flee.
So...
I would rather watch Kick-Assia.
So, the reception, like, the visuals for it are, like, it's a super stylized movie. It's camp. It's very, very camp. It's, like, you have to enjoy the, like, the whole point of it is it refuge in audacity. You are not supposed to be sitting there, like, oh my god, this guy's the best. He's so relatable. You can relate to him, but if you're relating to him and being like, oh my god, he's just like me, for real, we're the same, I love him.
Yeah.
No. Red flag. But, same problem with Ramona.
Yeah,
Ramona is also a red flag, which gets acknowledged in the new one, which is, I'm trying to see, like, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. I'm trying to see if, do they have it on?
Why must this why?
Why must this why? So Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, let me read you the Wikipedia for that.
Okay.
So, I'll just read the top bit, because it's an actual anime series. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off is an anime television series developed by Brian Lee O'Malley and Ben David Grabinski for Netflix. The series is based on the Scott Pilgrim graphic novels written and drawn by O'Malley, with the entire main cast from the 2010 film adaptation Scott Pilgrim vs. the World reprising their roles for the English voice cast. The series was released on November 17th, 2023 to critical acclaim. Unlike the film, which is a largely faithful adaptation of the comics, Takes Off features a different plot wherein the titular Scott Pilgrim disappears in the first episode. The remainder of the series follows his love interest, Ramona Flowers, as she tries to find out who is responsible for his disappearance, all whilst other characters within the story work on a fictional adaptation of Scott's life. So the premise: the series, set in Toronto, Canada, serves as an alternate retelling of the original Scott Pilgrim graphic novel series and movie. Like in the original series, Scott Pilgrim, a bassist in an indie band, falls in love with Ramona Flowers, a mysterious delivery girl, attracting the attention of Ramona's 7 evil exes. Things take an unexpected turn when Scott loses his battle against Ramona's first evil ex, Matthew Patel, and is seemingly killed. As the trajectory of everyone's lives, including those of Ramona's evil exes, changes drastically as a result, Ramona learns that Scott may still be alive and investigates his disappearance. So let me give you the episode summaries.
I don't want to hear the episode.
Sucks.
I genuinely don't.
Sucks.
I hate this. There's not a part of this I like. Not a single part of this I like. I knew if I learned about this series franchise, I'd despise it. I knew I would.
I will say I have a fondness for the anime series. I do think it's really funny that when I showed the initial movie to my mother, because it was during spring break, it was like during a morning or whatever, and my mom was like, let's find something that's not super serious to watch or whatever on the TV, and I looked at Judy looks at me, and I'm like, let's show her Scott Pilgrim for laughs. And, like, we both prefaced words, like, hey, there is sex jokes and stuff, there's innuendo in here, it's a little vulgar at times, it's very camp, and it's very funny, it is super not a series that you take seriously at all. Would you be okay watching it? If you don't like it, we'll turn it off. And she's like, yeah, you can show it to me. On watching it, she looks at Ramona's Flowers' hair, and she looks at it, and she looks at it, and then she looks at me, and then she looks at it, and she's like, you would look cute with Ramona's haircut, and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Really? Obviously my hair's grown out a little bit since. My bangs are a little longer because this was during spring break, which is now, not quite like 2 months ago, but it's about, like, at the end of this month it'll be 2 months.
Into the year? Why?
Huh?
How are we a month off from being halfway into the year? The first half of the year goes so fast.
Speak for yourself, motherfucker. Speak for...
I mean, it does and it doesn't.
Dude, January somehow feels like 5 years ago, and it also feels like yesterday, like...
It does. Like, it still feels like 2020 at times. Like, Jesus. Sometimes I wake up thinking, oh, yeah, where my friends are online, it's not quarantine anymore.
Yeah, that sums that up real well, doesn't it?
Yeah, because before quarantine, people, like, when quarantine happened, people finally got a chance to feel how I lived all the fucking time.
Yeah. Almost out of Dr. Pepper. I might have to go get a new one.
Oh.
Wobber. I still got it in me to, like, game a little bit. What are we feeling? Like, cause it's like, I would be super into Fighter Z, either playing it...
I would feel into watching.
I do want to, like, grind for Link events, so I wanted to try the more difficult levels of, Fighter Z, which is really funny because literally last night I dreamed about playing Fighter Z. That's how badly I want to get the Link events. The Dragon Ball obsession is bad, baby! It's so bad!
It really is! God damn! Still, one of the most surprising hyper obsessions I've seen come out.
Real, because I hated Shonen for ages, and now I'm super into it. Well, I shouldn't even say super into it.
Californian to blame. You're just into Dragon Ball. You're not into Shonen. You're just into Dragon Ball.
I'm into Jujutsu Kaisen as well. Case in point, I have this guy. Hold on. He's trying to fall off. Here he is.
I have been...
I got him from a blind box. I wanted a different one, but it's okay that I got him because I think he's funny. He's actually, what's really funny about him is that he very much reminds me of one of my OCs. In the sense that, like, so it's really funny. There is a clip from this series that is considered very iconic, and people use it for memes. They use it on memes on TikTok even. I have shared a clip
Uh-huh.
of this meme before, and went, like, this one is Neville, this one's Dulcis, this one's Panis. Not knowing it was from JJK. And so Remy's showing it to me or whatever, and we're watching it, and Remy's like, here, let me spoon feed you some Gojo content, because Gojo's my favorite one. And it was like, oh, here's a really funny Gojo clip, bang, here you go. And I'm like, that's from JJK! And then, because I had no clue. I'll, like, really quick, let me DM it to you exactly which one I mean. I can't show it on stream for obvious reasons, but, like...
Ooh, we've got viewers.
Do we?
Hello all. 5 total.
Holy
well,
shit.
I guess that includes me and you.
I guess.
Hello, we're just chatting and going. It's quite fun.
What is a tulip snake? Greetings, we're just chatting right now. Where is this clip I'm trying to tell you about? It's like...
Chatting, vibing, a little bit of anime talk.
Right now, we're gonna go to Fighter Z in a little bit, but right now we're just kind of vibing.
Speaking on shonen, I have been wanting to watch One Punch for ages now.
I've heard good things, but I've also heard bad things. At this point,
I've heard you want to watch like a couple seasons, but not the whole thing.
That probably makes sense, actually. That seems to be a general consensus for, like, a lot of shonen now.
Yeah. Also, hello, friendly ocean mower.
Hey, I know you.
There's a lot of coral beds that need, you know, chopping up. We don't need.
No, don't chop up the coral beds. Stop.
But we've got a mower.
Actually,
there's an ocean full of coral on the sea.
No. Anyways, actually, do you want to? You know, it's super, like, it's semi-unrelated, but also semi-related. You just reminded me. The vet clinic thingy that took Roxy's body away. The way they do it is that when they cremate them, and then they use the ashes to help fertilize coral beds and grow their health and stuff.
That's lovely.
Yee.
Dougie's in a box.
Dougie's
Just
in
like
a
Lizzie.
box. Dougie's. Jeez, you're like, he's in a
Right,
box.
start doing the chant or song.
What is? I'm trying to remember what this clip is called. Clip. It was like Hellfire. What is it called? It's like Sugar. How is his name even spelled? Oh yeah, it's like guys, he's getting hit on. Help. He's getting hit. Like, he runs over. It's like a hot summer day or something, and he like books it over to the teacher and the other girl in the class. He's like, our friend's getting hit on. You have to help. And they're like, we will help immediately. Formation B, and they go, and it's funny. And, but yeah, like, back in the day, obviously, I did not know this was JJK, and I was like, haha, this is, my characters, and I was like, this one's this, and this one's that, and this one, and, like, that's just kind of how I did it. And I didn't even think about it, right? So when Remy's showing me, like, look at this clip, I'm like, I used this for an OC meme. I didn't know that was from an anime, or, well, I knew it was from an anime, but it's like, I didn't know it was from this anime. What do you mean?
That's madness.
Holy shit.
Also, friendly ocean mower, I love dreams like that. You're just preparing for things, wondering what to do for things that just don't exist.
That's how it is sometimes. That's right, I wanted to swap us over to Fighter Z, so hold on, let me kill the...
Yes.
We have like an hour-long VOD of just chatting, oops. Or like hour 15.
Just chatting absolute wank. And it's wonderful.
I think the funniest clip we literally have from the frickin' Phasmo stuff, it absolutely has to be where it's like, how do we piss it off again? It's like, oh, well, I know you can, like, say its name and swear at it. And as soon as I said, like, you can swear at it, we just hear your voice getting further and further away, going wanker, 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 wanker. And you're going further and further away, so it's fading out, wanker, wanker, wanker. And then, like, in the background, or in the foreground, I should say, Axo is like, Tim Harris, Tim Harris, Tim Harris. And I'm just standing in the doorway watching it happen, like, well,